What happens when a YouTuber steps into the squared circle? That's what we're gonna answer today, because this guy right here, 10 years ago, stepped into the squared circle to box. I don't know what his name is actually, but I boxed this guy. I learned some lessons about life that I'm gonna share with you guys today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This video is gonna be very different. So if you're a typical subscriber to my channel, you might be like, what in the world am I about to watch? But trust me, you're gonna want to watch. I can't even talk today. You're going to want to watch this because you're going to learn some valuable lessons about business, life, strategy, and if you don't like me, you get to see me get punched in the face. Let's watch the video. Let's do this. So let me stop this really quick. So those people that you hear chanting, they are not chanting for me. I actually came with about 3 people that were in the crowd. It was my in-laws and my wife. This guy brought an entire army of people that are cheering for him. That flag, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that flag that's in the background was his country of origin, his national flag. So he came with a bunch of people, and I gotta tell you guys right off the jump, that kind of messed me up, and you're gonna see in this fight how it messed me up. But just keep this in mind. All these people that you hear yelling, they're not there for me, they're here for him.
Come on, Miguel.
Come on, baby. All right, so really quick, you can see right away, like I started out the fight with my hands up, and I'm thinking I've been training now up to this point for months. It was probably about a good 6 months, 7 months of straight like training for this fight. And I've been working out for a little over a year prior to this fight. And I trained with my hands up. Right? I train very traditional, have your hands up, you know, peekaboo style, use your head movement. And I started out the fight with that, but there was a problem, and you're gonna see it kind of unfold here in front of you, which is that I trained for a very specific type of fighter. Now, I don't know who this guy is. I never seen him fight. All the people that I trained with trained a very specific kind of way, and it wasn't the way that he was fighting. And that sucks. Let's keep watching. Oh, there goes that Roy Jones. Saw that little. All right, so real quick, beautiful jab, by the way, on my part, just pap over the top. Anyway, so one thing that I'm noticing here is that this guy's 6'4", and you may not notice it because of the vantage point of the camera. He's 6'4", I'm about 6 foot. He weighed in about 7 pounds heavier than me, and he has a very long reach. And I realized within these first few, 20, 30 seconds of the fight that he wasn't going to be aggressive. He wasn't coming after me. He was being a counterpuncher. And so I didn't prepare for a counterpuncher. I didn't work out with anybody up to this fight that was training and sparring with me as a counterpuncher. We were prepared and preparing for somebody who was going to fight. And that was somebody who was gonna come forward, throw punches, to where I could use my footwork, to where I could be a counterpuncher. That's not the look he was giving me here, and it's a little bit of a problem because he is the taller man with the longer reach being a counterpuncher, and me being shorter with the shorter reach means that I have to do a lot more work, a lot more footwork, a lot more head movement, be a lot more aggressive to be able to get in there and to land shots on this guy. I had a couple of decisions to make, right? Either I could try to be more active, use head movement, or I could try to bait this guy and bait him into abandoning the whole like counter punching strategy and actually just fight. And that would create some opportunities in my mind. But did he do it? That is the question. Got locked up. I'm trying. Ooh, a swing and a miss. Man, I don't know what it was. I didn't train like this. I trained everything behind the jab, like go in with the jab, throw the right. I did throw a jab and throw the right, but he wasn't there. So there was a lot of air behind that punch. See, every single time I would throw, then he would throw afterwards. And you notice there, he didn't land. And look at this guy in the front with his hand, yeah, yeah. The dude hit me on my gloves. Like he didn't even punch me and he's freaking out. And what sucks right now is that, pretend like you're in the crowd, right? You're in the back over there. You see my back turned to you. You see your guy throw a punch, it hits something, and you see this guy in the front going, yeah. What do you think is happening, right? You probably think like, oh, he just landed a punch. The guy in the front there who has the right angle to see what just happened, he's freaking out. So clearly he landed a punch, when in reality, he didn't land a punch. He hit me on the gloves. And at that moment, this exact moment in the fight, this is where like the crowd got into my head. Like they were living rent free in my head from this point forward. I'm now not just fighting the guy in front of me, but I'm also fighting this legion of people that he brought with him that are freaking out over everything that he does. Yeah, it messes me up. You'll see that here in a moment. Slipped a little bit. Once again, he threw a 1-2 that landed on my gloves. This guy in the front, yeah, number one. Everybody in the back, yeah, get him. Dude didn't hit me. Up to this point, still has not hit me. But it appears like he did because all these people are freaking out. I don't know if the judges, I don't know where they were seated, but yeah, this is not good. This is not good when the audience starts just going nuts over absolutely nothing. Not good. I don't even know what they're saying.
Earn some points. What are you waiting for?
You know what I'm waiting for? That's a really good question. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for him to actually come forward and throw some punches so that I can do some work. Right now, you have a problem that is forming here, which is two counterpunchers that are coming together, right? He's really fighting that counterpuncher fight. I'm still trying to figure out, like, how do I get this guy to stop being a counterpuncher? Because he's taller, he's longer. I'm in great shape here. You may not see it, but physically, like, I've been training to fight way more than the number of rounds that we're gonna fight. I felt really good, but man, I really just, at this point, didn't feel like having to work a bunch to like beat this guy. I didn't see anything up to this point. Like, he doesn't have me scared, doesn't have me worried. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for him to come forward and fight, you know? And he's being a counterpuncher and it's annoying the crap out of me, especially with this audience. Come on, 1-2. Pow, look at that, so easy. All right. Okay, all right, really quick. So you saw the last punch, last meaningful hit. I hit him, his head rocks back. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the corner right now to go talk to my corner guy who is one of the trainers at this gym. And I ask him right out of the gates, did I win that round? And he tells me, you won that round. So here's life lesson, right? You might ask people in life, hey, you know, do you think this is a good idea? And you give them your idea and they tell you, oh yeah, it's a great idea. Oh, you're gonna be so successful doing that. And then you move forward because you asked that one person their opinion, when if you ask a bunch of other people what their opinion was, and let me know in the comments section as you're watching this, what was your opinion? Do you think that he won that round or do you think I won that round? At that point, I put a lot of weight into the opinion of my corner man because I felt, being the guy that was in the ring, that I won that round. I feel like he didn't land a clean shot. There wasn't a single punch that he landed that I felt like, oh wow, I'm in trouble. But I felt, my hands felt contact with his head multiple times. So I thought I won the round. My corner guy tells me I won the round. Let's go to round 2.
Woo! Let's go! Leave it in the ring.
Okay, starting off traditional.
Let's go!
Okay, all right. Let's stop it right here. So y'all see, because you got that angle, you got that vantage point, right? He throws a 1-2, they hit me in the elbows, they hit me, you know, wherever, somewhere in this area. They didn't hit me in the face. And you hear the crowd, they're like, yeah. And you see me at this moment, it is clear the crowd is living rent-free in my head. Because instead of focusing on my opponent, I look away from him for a split second to look at the crowd and be like, What are you guys looking at? What are you guys cheering about? I was literally, if at this moment it would have made sense, I would have jumped out of the ring and just started punching people in the face. Like, what are you guys looking at? Why are you guys freaking out? The guy hit me in the arms. This is not arm boxing. This is boxing. You get points and you win by punching someone in the face, which is not what he did.
In and out.
No in and out. Nope, not doing it. I'm pissed.
Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
So you guys see that there too. Like everybody's like, yeah, they're clapping, they're excited because he landed that jab and it got me off balance. This was the problem that I was running into up to this point, which is that, man, this guy's reach is like, it's a problem. It's really hard. And if I keep initiating that forward movement and that contact, he's just gonna keep jabbing me and just stepping away. He was fighting a perfect fight for his style, and he was fighting the perfect fight that was the opposite of what I prepared for. So proper preparation prevents poor performance. And I think in this situation, I did not prepare properly for somebody who was gonna be a counterpuncher. I prepared for somebody who was gonna keep coming forward. I didn't get that. Let's see if I could figure out a way to overcome this.
1, 2, 3. Let's go. Where's your combinations?
There you go, nothing. He hit my gloves.
Where's your combinations?
I don't know. I don't know where they are.
Let's go.
Oh, there goes that Roy Jones, hitting him with that, the wind up in the pitch. I don't know if you saw that there, but like for a split second, you know, I hear the crowd kind of getting amped up and I'm like, yeah, buddy, yeah, come on, come and get you some. He didn't come and get him some.
Come on, where's your combos? Where's your combos?
Yeah, so you could see right there, like that whole like waiting, flinching. I was trying to kind of wait for an opportunity to counterpunch him. And again, I'm understanding the fact that he's taller and longer, but I'm not fighting that way because I didn't prepare to fight someone like that. So man, it's really frustrating to see up to this point. But, so now I'm going back into the corner right now. It's the end of the second round. And I asked my coach once again, did I win that round? Because had he told me, hey, you know what? I think your output was a little bit low. It's, 50-50. I would have come out differently. I would have had a different mentality. So, once again, it's really important the people that you have in your corner that are giving you advice. Obviously you don't want to have somebody in your corner in life and in business. It's always telling you like, oh, you're doing a terrible job. You don't know what you're doing. You need people to level with you, right? So if you're doing things that are good, that's great. If you're doing things that could be done a little bit better, that's fine too. And we need to have thick skin. When somebody gives us advice or they give us their feedback, we have to have thick skin to be able to accept that feedback. But at this point, he's telling me, he says, you are outclassing him, right? And up to this point, I'm treating this as a sport. I'm not trying to kill this guy. I'm not trying to I want him to be able to go home and have fun and spend time with his friends and not be, eating out of a straw, So, and that was a problem. That was a problem in the preparation. I didn't have that killer instinct, and you could see it here throughout this fight that to me, I'm treating this like it's a game. I'm treating it like it's a sport. So again, let me know in the comments section, am I winning the fight up to this point? Be honest with me, let me know. And if I'm not winning the fight up to this point, let me know why. Because I think that, you know what, maybe I won the first, maybe he won the second round. That's being generous because he didn't really land any major shots on me in the second round, but I also don't remember landing anything crazy. But check out this third round. Come on. Okay, here we go.
Let's see some action. Come on. What you got?
See that jab, man? You see 2 in a row. That jab is like, I throw mine, but his is longer, and he catches me every single time. And it's very frustrating when you're trying to hit somebody and they won't let you hit them. Boom, there you go.
Let's see some action.
Two left hooks to the face in a row. I could tell you both of them when I hit, I was like, ooh, that felt good. Like I felt resistance behind that hook, you know? Like I hit him good.
Where's your combos?
So now once again, I'm getting confident, boy. I hit him with those 2 hooks. I went after him and I'm feeling good.
Let's go. What are you waiting on?
I'm outclassing the guy. Boo! Boo! Over the top. That's what I'm waiting for. Nothing.
More punches. More punches. Come
Throw
on,
something.
you got
Throw
a
it.
minute left.
So I don't know if y'all are seeing that. For those of you who follow boxing, maybe you see and you know what I'm doing there. But I had my hand up and I was waiting for him to throw his right, and I was gonna roll so that the punch would roll past my shoulders, and I was coming back over the top with the right. I felt like I saw this kind of throughout the fight. Like he would just kind of throw this like very long, kind of loopy type of punch, and he's not pulling it back quick. So I'm thinking like, let me do a little shoulder roll. He'll throw that right, and I'll just come over the top and hit him. That's really what I was waiting for. But check this out. You're gonna see it here in a sec.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So y'all see, he hit me with that right, and I hear, you know, people, I hear this sound, I hear the crowd, and I thought to myself, you know what? He has not been aggressive at all throughout this fight. He's been counterpunching me. So I'm thinking like, maybe if I pretend like I'm hurt, he'll like try to come after me and then I can counter. At that moment, this is what I'm thinking. He hit me and I did one of these like, oh, I'm so hurt, come and get boom in the face.
Earn your points. Let's go.
Whiff.
Let's go, Miguel. Come on.
Boom. Okay. All right. So you see that overhand right there. That punch, when I hit him with that punch, I looked in his face, and it may not seem like it. You might not be able to see it from this video, but when I hit him with that overhand right, he had this like dopey face. Like he was like he was hurt. And at this moment, I had some decisions to make, and I had a lot of stuff going through my mind. The first thing that went through my mind was what my coach just told me. He said, you know what, you're outclassing this guy, right? So I'm thinking, I got 2 rounds in the bag. I've hit this guy with a bunch of hooks, hit him with an overhand right. I definitely felt like I hit him more than he hit me up to this point. And so when I hit him and I saw that dopey face where I was like, oh shoot, I think I stung him. I wanted to go in there and just like go ape, but I said, you know what? It's a sport. Once again, I'm not trying to kill this guy. I'm not trying to hurt him. Like, you know what? Today, you're gonna survive. And that was a mistake.
Uppercut. Uppercut. Let's go.
All right, so right here, we are now way deep into the fight, and that was the very first punch of the entire fight that he hit me. And I jumped up and down, and I distinctly remember this moment because I hopped up and down. He hit me, and he hit me good, and like it stung. And I was like, are my legs still under me? And so I hopped up and down, and I'm like, yeah, we're still good. Let's go.
What are you waiting on? 10 seconds. Come on. Leave it in the ring.
All right, So we're down to the decision. Once again, I felt like I did enough to win the round. And it was very funny because when the bell rang, I remember thinking to myself, I felt good. I felt like I still had a lot of energy. And I was going to try to sway the judges by going down on the ground and starting to do push-ups, because I felt like I was just like, I won this fight. Let me show you guys how much more energy I have in the tank, like how easy this fight was. I'm glad that I didn't, because if I lose this decision, that's a bad look, right? Like, you had all this extra energy and you didn't use it during the fight, and look, you lost. So I'm glad that that split-second decision that I made not to do push-ups, that I did that. So let's see who won this fight. Look at this guy bowing like he did a virtuoso performance. As George St. Pierre would say,
I'm not impressed by your performance.
I was trying to be a sportsman. He got the nod. Judges thought he did enough to win the fight. I go to shake his hand and he does something that I think is a pretty jerk thing to do, to try to start bowing. At the very least, like, dude, shake your opponent's hand, you know? And again, at this moment, I'm treating this as a sport. There's a lot of people I know that when that happened, they would have just walked off, you know, frustrated. But you know, I really felt like I had done enough to win the fight, and the judges apparently were seeing something totally different. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Who do you think won the fight? Yeah, because I still to this day, like, this is the first time I'm watching this video in its entirety for a very long time, and I felt like I won this fight even to this day. But let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys like these types of videos, these reactionary videos where I go back and show you guys kind of a little bit more about myself and a little bit more personality. Let me know in the comments section. Make sure you subscribe. We just recently hit over 100,000 subscribers here on the channel, which, if you have been here for any amount of time, thank you for subscribing. And if you want to watch some photography related videos now to kind of just de-stress, check out one of the videos that you see here on the screen. I'll see you there.